All right, it's now or never. Let's do a video. Tuesday, March 24th. So, choppy day for the S&P. Very frustrating, really, for both sides. S&P saw an early low of 65.25, bounced to 65.95, so 70 points. That's 1%. But did cool off into the close, settling down 24 points, 0.4%. Today's candle is a hollow red reversal candle, and it's from around this key price threshold. It goes back to last November. We did not fully fill the gap from Friday. Actually, Monday's gap. Yeah. It's a mess. In fact, look, we have two reversal candles here in 4 days. We have a spiky candle yesterday, which played out. Again, that played out today. Remember, we had some downside, so that did. We did see a pretty. What was the high? 51. So we dropped 120. 100. Yeah, we dropped by 126 points from the high, from yesterday's high. A big resistance here, right? 200-day, 10 MA. Look at the 10 MA. 10 MA has been holding since here. Momentum ticked up for a second day, but probably won't turn positive until at least April. That's assuming we can just go straight up. Which, I mean, how are we going to do that? I'm struggling. I'm thinking, hey, look, we're borderline oversold, but my question, the ultimate question for me is, are we going to get some kind of stupid bounce into early mid-April? We have a couple of upside gaps. We have a 50-day to come across. We have a Bollinger that's got to, again, it's Bollinger. This has got to come down like a rock into early April. So, again, anyone hoping for a 7K is out of their minds. There's no way we can do that. No. So it's just a case of, do we just roll over again here and break down, or do we have a stupid bounce? I don't know. The monthly charts, you could have a bounce and it wouldn't even show up on a monthly chart. That's the problem. But anyway, today's candle, hollow red reversal candle, bullish for Wednesday. So maybe we should be looking for another push to around 66.30 or so. VIX, not much really to say. I mean, really, look, VIX was up 3% to the 20, settled at 26.95. Again, look, late December, just relentlessly increasing volatility. I would ignore that little bit up there and that spike, but we're still climbing as we should be. Momentum turned fractionally positive. Let's just jump onto some individual stocks before I change my mind. All right. One of the themes, well, yesterday's theme was black candle, which meant that today should have opened down, which it did. So Apple settled up fractionally, but did have a black candle that played out. That's going to be how it's going to be for most of these. That's horrible. Just look at that. It printed 547, which is actually 547 is a penny below the April low. That's horrible. What is that? It's a reversal candle which leans bullish for Wednesday, but that's a bear flag. American Eagle, new cycle low. Horrible. First Majestic catching bounce. AMD was up a percent, but it was red in the morning. So yesterday's black candle played out. Not much there. American Express up 9 cents. Yesterday's black candle played out. Again, I gotta wonder, is this the one is this important? Are we still gonna somehow manage to get up to here and then roll over? That's the question I'm asking myself over and over again. Because this gap would typically be filled. Look, momentum's increasingly positive. There's no sign of a turn now. Barrack mining trying to floor, but that's a bear flag. I wouldn't be buying it. Boeing partly filled the red gap. Bank of America. This one's been. That's actually the. That's actually a fourth daily gain. I haven't marked it on here. You know what? I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it now. Let's mark this damn gap on here because I know if I don't do it now, I'm gonna completely forget again. It's just new. Put on the damn gap. Oh, it's not right. I need the other one. So it's another financial as an upside gap. It hasn't been tagged yet. I'll look at where the. I mean, there's actually a micro gap there as well, but this is this is bullish for Wednesday. BlackRock up 0.15 again. Fins. This is another fin with a big old green gap to tag. Blackstone. Yeah, this one had trouble yesterday. It had a bearish engulfing candle which played out. So that played out. Today's candle's a reversal which leans short-term bullish. Caterpillar up 2%. That's impressive considering everything else. Kamiko up 2%. Carnival, which has earnings on Friday. So yesterday's black candle played out. Stock settled up 2 cents. I could understand the more aggressive bulls looking for at least 28.29 on Friday. There's also a little gap here. It's not marked, but it is around here. It's a vain attempt to bounce. Oh, look at that. Oh, there was some kind of legal issue today about crypto. I'm not even gonna care to check what it was, but Coinbase down 9%. That reminds me of Circle. Actually, let's go to MicroStrategy. MSTR, right? That actually held up. What about CRCL? So yes, Circle was down 20%. I think this was somehow related to crypto. I don't know what it's about, but I mean, look at this. I will accept it's still far above the IPO. So the IPO was what, $30? It went to 298. Oh, yeah, 298. Collapsed to 49, 136, and now it's on the slide again on big volume as well. And momentum. I'm looking at that. Momentum's actually been weakening for a couple of weeks, and it went negative today. You got to shorted this yesterday on the premise that momentum's going to turn negative. Anyway, let's move on from Coinbase before we get sidetracked anymore. Decker's down 1%. Yeah, look at that. It's got to fill the gap to the 91s, isn't it? Sooner or later. It's taking its time. That could be a new historic high for energy transfer. In fact, the energy sector had a new historic high today. Freeport catching a bounce. That's not pretty. I don't know why. I haven't checked. I think yesterday's candle was black. I'll check, but probably was, right? Yeah, it was black by 5 cents. So that played out. Again, 290. Basic target, 200 day at 260. And you got this old gap from here. Good company, profitable company, but the stock is broken. Home Depot flat. It's a bear flag. Joby, new multi-month low with Archer Aviation. I like the company for the long term, but short term it's vulnerable. Hey, hang on, let's go back to that one. Hang on. So, JP Morgan was down in the morning. It did reverse upwards, settling up almost what 0.9% almost. And look at this is what I want to see. I want to see this damn thing get to the green gap where the 50-day and the 200-day are. Then it would be a valid short. Not yet. I need another push to around 300. And even then, I would be damn twitchy. And you could argue that this is a multi-week bear flag, and target would be 250. So the more aggressive bears are going to be shorting this, in my view, tomorrow or Thursday, and having a target of 250 in April. I accept that's bold, but it is a bear flag. It has been sustainably under the 200-day. The KKR, which is my prime short candidate, that was also, of course, down 3.5% in the morning. So yesterday's black candle from the gap played out. Full upside reversal, though, even settling up zero point 0.7 cents. So now I've got to wonder, Wednesday or Thursday, is this going to tag? Is this going to fully fill green gap? I don't see how it can possibly go above 95. I really struggle with that. I did check the stock charts computer earlier, and the PF target is currently back to $80. It was 61 recently, but then it jumped to 110. Now it's back to 80. And I agree with the direction. I definitely think this is a prime stock to short. But, you know, could have done it yesterday on the black candle, right? But I didn't. My confidence has been not shattered, but last week's ass kicking silver is not. It's not been good. Yeah, some of these big techs are struggling. Oh yeah, Microsoft. Nobody cares. I talk about it for the last 3 weeks when it was 400. Now it's 372. No one cares. Now, I did add a threshold in it for 365, which is where the monthly, not the daily, that's where the monthly 50 MA is 365. So we're only $7 away. And if we go into 365, target is roughly 200. But do we want to go over that? I think we do briefly. It's in my weekend video, but nobody cares. I'm the only one that really cares about the grander perspective. Look, the point is, we didn't take out the 50 MA last April. We didn't do it in January 23. We didn't do it in November of 22, which was a big cyclical floor there. It held. We didn't take out the 50 MA during the COVID hysteria. If we take out 50 MA, in my view, it would be such a big technical break. This threshold would not hold. There's no way that would hold. In which case, we can look for 207-ish. I'm just calling it a square 200. And I accept that's a long way down. It's something to watch. No one cares. I'm the only one mentioning it, at least so far. Oh my god. Pain. This market is painful at sometimes. Micron down 2%, fourth day down. Again, anybody buying into earnings, what do? They're down almost 71, $76. They're not $76. What do? And it's like, well, 200 day is at 225. That's a long way down. It's like 40 odd percent. Momentum turned negative yesterday. Micron bulls are in trouble. Netflix calling back. There's a couple of gaps here. I mean, there's one there, of course, with the 50-day. There's another one here, but again, the problem is the main market. If the main market goes down, Netflix will get dragged down. Nike bouncing, Nvidia struggling. So that's a, what is that, a third or fourth day under the 200 day. It's done, right? Inferior 150. That's it's one bearish signal for the main market. On just down 2%. Again, recent earnings were mixed. I'm bullish long term, but if the main market gets smashed, this is a $5 stock again. Yesterday's reversal candle played out in Occidental. Pan American bear flag. Palantir, choppy, notably stuck under the 200 day. It could be done. I mean, look at this. It's getting weaker and weaker. It's prone to turning negative either Friday or Monday. That's a short. Nasty PayPal. Don't care. Red Cat capturing bounce, but the problem is the main market. Rocket Lab struggling. 66s. I think this is a $40 stock if the main market gets whacked. Oh, look at that. It's terrible. Target. Uh, basically a bounce off the 50 day. Tesla up 0.5%. Not great. Red Gap's got to get tagged soon enough. Don't care. Actually, what was that about? Oh yeah, there was some kind of news today, some gaming news. Was it Ubi? It was like mine. Not Minecraft. It was Fortnite. That's right, Fortnite. I think they're run by Ubisoft, which might be Roblox. Yeah, I think Fortnite is Roblox. So if Take Two was down 5%, let's check out Roblox. Was it RBLX, right? Yeah. Roblox is down 3. I'm pretty sure they're the ones that do Fortnite. But anyway, gaming companies are struggling. United Airlines. Oh yeah, I mean, look, Black Candle yesterday played out. It was down like 3% in the morning. It did get a reversal candle, which is bullish for tomorrow. Again, this is another stock that has this like a green gap zone with the 200 day and the 50 day coming down. So this is arguably a short anywhere around here in my view. So it's 93 and a half. Give me another, oh, I don't know. Give me another $3 or $4 and I could short it. My basic target would be $70, by the way. UPS catching a bounce, can't go down every day, right? New historic high for Exxon up 2.5%. Very powerful. What a run. Look at this. 117, 105, 165. That's it's impressive. What else we got? Miners, I mean, look at what is that? You know what it is, right? That's a bear flag. It's building a bear flag just above a 200 day. I mean, basic target be 67, and if you believe the S&P will be under 6K or lower, I mean 50, 52 or so looks realistic. And speaking of, actually, we'll check Bitcoin briefly, but really not great. It's a multi-week chop. I'm bearish to 50K. GLD on a daily. Look, okay, it's a reversal. Actually, it's not a reversal. It actually settled up 9 cents. But this is horrible. There's nothing good there. It broke the pen. It broke the pen. Unlike here, right? That pennant worked. That failed. We're going down. Gold 3,500, silver 50. That's my target. That'll just quickly flash. Commodity gold. I mean, look, bullish hammer, but I mean, I think we've got to come back down to here. which is the original breakout from last September. Big high, marginal lower high. You can draw a pennant there, and it broke. And yeah, you can say yesterday actually had a spike from a 200-day. I don't think that's got to hold. I think we're going down there. Quick look at silver. First of all, SLV on a daily. You can argue that's a bear flag. Commodity silver. Again, much like gold, it had a spike from just above 200-day. I can't take it seriously. I think it's going to come down to. I mean, the fact it's already printed 60, 94. You think 50 doesn't look that difficult at all, does it? I know there'll be skeptics out there. That's okay. Oil, why not? We'll conclude with that. Yes, they had a bearish engulfing candle. We did briefly go into yesterday's low. We were red this morning. We settled officially up 26 cents, 0.3%. Today's candle it's black, right? Yeah, it's a black candle. So that's bearish for Wednesday. Momentum turned negative today as expected. This is what I've been warning about this for days. All of last week I was saying, look, and there we go, it happened. So we've come down from 102 there, 101 like yesterday. We're now 88s. And you think, where can we go down? I mean, ideally, this Bollinger's got to come up real fast and offer some support here. I did check the stock charts computer, which has a daily target of $70. 70. And there's actually a little gap here. You know what I should do? I need to put that gap on there. I normally wouldn't do this, but what the hell? If I don't do it now, I'm not going to do it later, am I? That's wrong. So that would be the most bearish. Actually, do I put the target there? Because actually we opened there, but we filled it to there. I'm not sure what to do with that. Depends on it's like it's a personal preference. Do you feel the? I don't know. We'll leave it that way, but we might. I would keep in mind that the original gap started there, but it cooled back, so partly it filled half of the gap, but half of it's not filled. Anyway, USO on a daily. I mean, look, 3.5% on the day. Black candle from the 1008. I gotta wonder. And there's that gap. Actually, is that the gap? I don't even know if it's the one. What's the daily gap? What day is that? Daily gap was from 2nd of March. All right. Which would be, okay, that one. On this chart, it doesn't look like there's much of a gap at all. But the red gap's certainly there. That was tagged on the percent tweet, that spike. But it wasn't filled. Anyway, point is, as I've been droning on about last week, momentum has been ticking down. It accelerated yesterday, and it did the rate of decline is lessened, and it's possible possible if not probable that we're going to level out across the next day or two, and then have another up wave into April. But yeah, black candle is bearish for early Wednesday. And what do I want to end on? Bond yields? I don't know. That's just what. I mean, it's at yeah, those are today's pins. 495 for the UK, the wretched country. America 437. Germany's now up to, okay, this is quite a psychological level for Germany. 3%. 3% 10-year, or I guess they say the German Bund, and for the Japanese 10-year, 237, which is also another cycle high. I mean, this is telling us something. There's something going on here. I see people talking about rate hikes. I can't see the Fed raising raising rates. Do you think Kevin Walsh, Trump's new lackey, is seriously going to raise rates? I don't even see that they would need to, because the oil price increase, that's not nothing to do about economic growth getting out of control. It's a pure supply chain issue. So it wouldn't justify a rate hike. It just doesn't. So I don't know what this is about. This is stupid in my view. Anyway, you know what I'm gonna do? What the hell? I'm just gonna. If, I don't care if anybody watches this goddamn video or not. I'm gonna do this for myself more than anybody else. Look at this. So we have 5 trading days left of the month. Dow's down 5.8%. We're gonna flash through 10 other indexes. Germany, 10.5%. Now this is the serious stuff. This is a serious break. Look at this. This is what I've been babbling about. Momentum's negative. Alarm bells for Germany. Japan. Wow, 11%. Horrible. Momentum's rolled over. Brazil, 3%. Russia, ironically up 1.5%, because higher oil prices is good for Russia, right? India, 8.9%. Again, we do have a long-term double top here from 86K, and we're breaking down. Momentum is is spiraling. This isn't pretty. China, 6.8%. I guess you could argue it's backtesting trend, but momentum is prone to turning negative in April. South Africa, ooh, wow. New historic high, bearish engulfing candle. Nasty, nasty. Momentum is starting to, well, it's only just rolled over, but it's going to turn negative in either April or May. That's horrible. It's partly because of the gold price, right? They have a lot of gold down there, and I don't know how much revenue they get out of there as a percentage of their government revenue, but that's a horrible. That's a semi-crashy drop. Argentina, surprisingly up 5%, and lastly, Australia down another 9%. Not pretty. Momentum has turned negative. So we have some pretty bearish markets right now, especially Germany. Again, Germany is the powerhouse of Europe. Where Germany goes, the rest of Europe follows. So this is the biggest down candle since mid 2022, which was when we were in a bear market until yeah, October. But yeah, most of these markets lean bearish. And hell, I'm gonna end with again, I'm gonna end with the chart that I want to highlight. So 5 days left of the month, 322 points, 4.7%. It's similar price action. The March candle from last year on the 10th of May, just like where we are right now. And then look at the April candle. Bam. What are we looking at here? 56, 5,500 maybe? Now look at this. Momentum is fractionally positive, but it will turn sustainably negative in April, just like it did last April. Every cycle is different, but look, this is the setup is bearish on a monthly chart. And I know you don't care, and that's okay. And on that snarky note, I'll say good night. Good night.